It's been more than 3 years since the murder of 21-year-old Misty Carter, and today the trial of her accused killer began.
Yeah, her partially burned nude body was found dumped along the Blue Ridge Parkway on October 19th, 2009. Now, surveillance video showed her car being parked on Asheville Highway just 17 minutes before her body was found. The next day, investigators searched the home she shared with her boyfriend, Jermaine Glover.
Early on in the case, they learned Carter was pregnant with another man's baby, but it would be almost a year later before Glover was charged with her murder.
And opening statements were heard this morning in Glover's trial.
News 13's Sherrill Barber was inside the courtroom and has our continuing coverage of the case.
Sherrill, jurors and court officials also took a bus trip, didn't they, today?
Yes, they did. Following those opening statements, jurors visited the 3 primary locations that are important to this case. Jurors visited the scene where Misty Carter's nude and burned body was found on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Buncombe County. Investigators believe she was killed in Henderson County. There, jurors saw the trailer Jermaine Glover lived in at the time of the murder and the Fletcher convenience store where her car was found parked. Jermaine Glover sits in a wheelchair with his attorneys. His leg was amputated before he was arrested and charged with Misty Carter's death.
I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway. There's a dead body in the middle of the road.
That's the sound of a 911 call for help to that gravel turnout at mile marker 395 near the Arboretum. The man who made that call says he first thought what he saw was the body of a deer. He stopped to take a closer look.
It was evident that it was a female. It was evident that she was naked, and it was also evident that she was steaming, like she was, the hair area around the head was like smoke.
Knaus says he had no cell phone, so he drove back down the parkway and found Donald Pridemore, who testified about the use of his phone to call 911. After the call, Knaus testified he returned to the scene to check for any signs of life.
And I couldn't tell if it was blood or dirt all over her. And she was laying, and one arm was like up, and that's when I really realized that like, she was quite dead.
Knaus also told the court that before he discovered the body, he almost collided with a truck driven by a man who looked like defendant Jermaine Glover. Knaus described Glover as a dark-skinned male with a mustache. Knaus pointed to Glover and said, "Right there." Potential jurors was presented, and jurors were told that this trial could last a week or longer. Reporting live in Hendersonville, I'm Sherrill Barber, News 13.